Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is episode 28, and we are in the Talking Lead sweat box tonight. It's a little warm.
I know a good HVAC guy for you, baby.
Yeah, I need to talk to him. Hickok45's back.
Hey, good to be here, guys.
And this time you don't sound like you're in a cave.
Yeah, it might be dangerous if they actually hear what I say. Yeah, now you got this great microphone and everything. I've got to think about what I say. It's not easy.
We still pre-record so we can edit.
Oh, good. Thanks. Please do that. Lots of it.
So what'd you do with guns this week?
Guns this week. Well, I also went to the Murfreesboro Gun Show, and I saw a couple of weirdos there at a booth right away. It looked like you too.
I know, they were strange.
Yeah,
act like us.
Pretty cool. Surprised me. It was funny. I was riding down to Murfreesboro, which is about a 45-minute ride, I guess, for me, and I was actually catching up with your last episode, and literally turned it off. Okay, went in. And I was going around to find the restroom, so I went around the long way. And there you guys were all. It was weird. I was like Twilight Zone. I was just talking and they're listening to you guys.
We jumped from the speakers to real life.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to be set up there. I've never seen you at a gun show at least set up like that.
That was actually our first.
And then, I know it's hard to believe, but I actually did a little shooting this week. And
I don't believe it.
Yeah, you really can't tell by the
guns?
videos. Yeah, some days I do. Shot, I tell you, the most shooting I did this week was actually with the firearm we haven't posted, and that was with the CZP09 that we have. It's a T&E gun. It's a big duty pistol, holds 19+1.
Wow.
So serious 9mm duty pistol. Shoots great. It's a double to single action. You know, not my favorite style,
right,
but it shoots well. And we did a video with it.
19 plus.
Yeah, 19+1.
You were saying something about bigger hands, and I was curious if you had the same thing with me. For some reason, I can shoot some smaller guns better than I can full-size guns.
Same here. I learned that a long time ago, and I was surprised. When I was a reserve deputy, we had to qualify, a couple times a year, and I got to carry a little Glock 27 occasionally, or a
right,
Vault 126, and so I had to qualify with it if I was going to carry it as backup. And I noticed my groups were actually tighter than your standard, B29 paper target, we qualify on. Actually, we're tighter with that 27, when I first got it. And so, upon shooting it more and more, I realized, wow, they're great little guns, great little shooters. Even little J-frames,
Yeah.
It's just in how you hold it.
It may help because of the wider fingers. I don't know what it is, but somebody was telling me at the Army the other day, they said, yeah, most of y'all big guys can shoot smaller guns than you can the full size. And I remembered shooting the 26, and I was shooting it better than my 19.
Well, the way on the Glock, especially the way the backstrap tucks into, if you have a large hand, it tucks in a perfect spot, I think, in your hand. Whereas the bigger Glocks, that hump hits me right there, which is why I don't like it. But
gotcha.
And also, a lot of people don't like to shoot a little gun. They can't get their little pinky finger on the grip. However, as I maintain over and over, in some ways that's almost better because your little finger sometimes is what gets you in trouble. You're milking the grip, laterally.
Well, we asked you the big three, but we've added 2 questions since then.
Oh, a test already.
The first,
just to refresh, let's go ahead and do all of them. How about that? Just to refresh our listeners that maybe missed the
first one.
The first show. Yeah.
Go back and listen to episode 4.
Yeah, because I probably don't remember what I said, and I may give a different answer. So.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be a trivia.
That'd be some good content right there.
You got to be a good liar. If you're going to be a good liar, you have to have good memory, right?
Is there one gun that there's a little bitty part of you that is embarrassed to say you own that gun?
Oh man, actually that one's pretty easy, but it's not one I purchased, so I'm off the hook. It's a High Point.
I know about this one.
Pistol that you might recall from the video. I guess that was last summer. We had the YouTuber gathering with Tim from the Military Channel, Fate of Destiny, 22 Plankster, 10 Outdoors 9. Leave anybody out.
Who's that?
John, of course, my son.
22 who?
Yeah, weirdo. Shoots 22s, nothing else but.
Why would anybody do that?
I don't know. He's kind of funny. He's got a quirk about him. But after we had that, we had a little bit of a party that day and everything. And of course, we were the hosts, so they were thinking they would do something nice for me. And I don't know how nice that was, but they signed a High Point pistol and gave it to me.
Signed it.
And that's what makes it awesome, because he can't get rid of it now.
Yeah, what a prized possession. Little they know it will end up in a pawn shop somewhere. Don't tell anybody.
I don't know, maybe a charity auction.
There you go.
That would be a good excuse to
It's
get rid of
ruined though. It's got 22 Plinkster
You can
written
save
on it.
face.
it. No, we're just kidding, Blinkster. We love you.
Yeah, no we don't.
And
Oh no.
the Talking
Talking
Lead
Lead
hat.
Oh,
Infamous.
That is the hat.
man. All right. Well, thank you.
The dreaded or happy
Wait a
hat,
minute,
whatever.
that won't fit my dog. You got a smaller. Thank you.
So Teen Outdoors 9
Hold it up to the camera there, Hickok.
gave us his age,
See?
but
There you go, 48. So,
according to Hickok, 84 is not right. So
Yeah,
Teen
so-
Outdoors 9
so
what gives?
dyslexic 48. Yeah, you could argue that the I guess first reloaders were anybody who had a percussion revolver. I don't think any of the flintlock revolvers, well, no, they didn't, because there were no real flintlock revolvers. I mean, that was pretty stupid, wasn't it? But none of it wasn't until we actually had revolvers, that they started putting the lever under the barrel and being able to reload, that way. So yeah, anybody who fired, owned, and shot a percussion revolver, like an 1851 Navy.
What's the difference between the single stage and the progressive presses?
Okay, the single stage is what I started out on in 1974, as it was, 73 or 74. And that's where you just have, one die goes into it at a time, and you generally, in terms of the way the operation works, I would get around 100 rounds, sometimes 200. I think most people probably did lots of 50, but I've always been, a volume shooter. I always point out, if you're a bull in a china shop kind of person, maybe you shouldn't get into reloading. But if you
I'm not going to reload.
Several of our listeners have posted this. What are the cost savings really? I mean, what are you looking at, as far as cost-wise? And I'm sure it depends on what you're reloading too, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It definitely does. And of course, the old joke is you won't save anything because you'll shoot a lot more. I mean, and that's really the truth. That's the truth. You'll just load more ammo and shoot more, and if anything, it'll cost you more. But now per round, it won't. Okay. Generally speaking, I think the figure most people throw around is, in general, with pistol ammo at least, if you're reloading and you've got your brass, you're saving your brass. You're not buying brass and everything.
Right.
You save around 50% on it, basically. That's kind of a ballpark figure, and it depends on the caliber and what you're loading, what they are. There's some great rounds out there, great bullets and bullet weights for both the 5.56 and the 308. That with the right powder and case, you can get the ultimate accuracy, basically.
Oh, don't you dare. Then we have one more kind of crazy question. Came from a listener, 1988 Glaser Safety Slug? Or Glazer Safety Slug?
Glazer Safety Slug.
Yeah, 1988 Glazer Safety Slug. And he wants to know, what is your favorite pinup calendar in your reloading room?
This sounds like 10 Outdoors 9.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you didn't seem too surprised by that.
Yeah, that's right. That's well, my favorite pinup calendar is Dylan. Yeah, need to update that thing too. A couple of weeks ago, I stumbled across your podcast. It is my favorite podcast by far. Man, this guy needs to get a life. You guys are knowledgeable as well as funny. What does he know? I'm learning a lot. I'm learning, so you won't want me to read these. I'm learning a lot from listening to you guys. He gets funnier all the time. I'm learning a lot from listening to you guys and frantically catching up on your older shows. It also helps that you are from the state of Tennessee. Keep up the great work.
Randall F. writes, you guys need to put out more videos and more podcasts. I ran dry. Listen to every single one of your podcasts.
Ran dry.
And now I'm sad. No more Zeke and left hand wah. Keep up with the great work, guys. Love you. And all you guys, your checks are in the mail.
Yeah. So this guy listened to all your podcasts and got really sad. Is that what he said?
Yes. It made him depressed.
I enjoy hanging out with you guys. It makes me feel smarter.
We just make you look smarter, don't we? Hickok
Give
style.
me, just say anything about thanks for having me or anything.
Oh, yeah, we should thank him, shouldn't we?
Like this song.
It's like,
We
peace
do
out.
see you guys.
You married to this guy?
I am, yeah.
And life is rough for you.